Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 7 of Viral Vlogs. My name is Brian, and I work in a hospital in New York City. I don't know why I put that space there. Yes, so, catching everybody up who's never watched my videos before as I move my arms weird for no reason. I recently got a job working at a hospital in New York City, and I've decided to vlog my experiences, the ups, the downs, the whatever that is. Anyway, yeah, so I've been pretty much on a training schedule these past 2 weeks, and my brain hurts. Every day my brain hurts. I learn all this new information, and I come home exhausted. And then I record a vlog, and then I do it all over again. But, let's see. So let's run through today real quick, and we'll see what happened. Also, I just realized that my chart is not updated. Now it's updated. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, so what did I do today? Well, I woke up, and I went to work, and it was been crappy out all day. It was crappy out when I went to work. It was crappy out when I left. I feel like that always makes me feel so, like, tired and, like, worn out. Just, like, the weather's crappy. I kind of just, like, want to sit in, like, watch a movie or something. I don't feel like doing anything. But I got to work and immediately, boom, rushed in. So, I'm dealing with a lot more, patients now. I'm very much getting close to, I feel like, being left on my own to do things. And it's a scary process when you're dealing with patients. Obviously during this time with COVID-19 and the whole pandemic, you have to be very careful, very mindful of if you touch anything that they've touched, you gotta, make sure that you kind of like Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands. You gotta just be mindful of everything. Like, I was sitting down before and I instinctively lifted my leg up and I touched my shoe, and I was like, now I gotta sanitize my hand because I touched my shoe, which touched the floor. Anyway, but yeah, it's been really cool. I did my first translated interaction with a patient today. He didn't speak English super well, so we use this translation service, which is somebody else is a third party, and they translate back and forth. So it's really interesting. I'm taking down information, and I'm asking, oh, can you ask him this? Oh, can you ask him that? And it was very interesting. I think I mentioned the other day I did one via. So a lot of the patients who are suspected of having COVID are put into an isolated room. So we can only communicate them via teleconference. So I was a disembodied voice coming through the room, "Hello, Mr. Smith." Ah, who's that? It was fun though. It's really interesting. I love talking with people, love interacting with people, and that's my favorite part of this job is doing that. It's cool. What else did I do today? Yeah, just lots of training, learning all the little intricacies of the job. I think I mentioned the other day that we had a space in our hospital designated for COVID patients, and we're actually getting rid of it because it's no longer needed, which is great news. We'll get to the graph in a second. This webcam is positioned really weird. But yeah, that's really awesome. So let's talk about the not so flat curve. Everyone's always talking about flatten the curve. So what does that mean? This is the curve. This is the curve for New York looks like. So this goes back to early March, where there was 29 cases in New York, and it's quickly gone up, it's gone down, it's gone up, it's gone down. So when I first started vlogging, we were right around here. We were on it was going pretty steadily down, about a couple hundred a day, maybe 500 a day, and then we hit a spike in the last week where it reached up to 10,553. So obviously, this is one of those situations where as testing becomes more available, it's going to go up and down. But it's nice to see that there are these periods where it is decreasing, rises a little bit, and then we're right back down to about 6,000 cases, which was yesterday, April 26th. So it's really cool to see it dropping. It's not just rising consistently, and it's good. It's good to kind of see the numbers dropping every so often, and I'd like to see them drop as quickly as possible, but it's gonna take some time for everything to get back to semi-normal, whatever normal is. I know there's a lot of talk about things not reopening until like next year. I know there's talks of schools not opening at all for the rest of the year, and it's crazy. I feel bad for so my little brother is actually in 5th grade, and he might not be able to go back to school at all for his last year in elementary school. He's just gonna go right into the middle probably. It's crazy. I also feel terrible for the seniors in high school, because I remember my senior year. You worked your ass off, 4 years, and then you finally got to graduate, and it felt really nice being in that senior year. And then I always remember seeing, like, being a senior and then seeing like the freshmen come in, and they look like, toddlers. and I'm like, was I that young like 4 years ago? Because I feel like that's like the most, like the period of your life where you grow the most. And so like I think about it, when you come into high school, what are you, like 15, and then you leave and you're like, you're 14, 15, you leave and you're like 17, 18. A lot can happen during that time. That's like smack dab in the middle of puberty. So you see all these kids, and sometimes they look like all frail and tiny, and they look like they're, little babies. It's hysterical. Anyway, I'm rambling, but that's pretty much it for today. This has been another vlog from quarantine, and I'm very much looking forward to not being in quarantine anymore. All right, guys, stay safe, wash your hands, disinfect your surroundings. And as always, thank you for watching. You guys take care.